That's just that tackle from behind on Martinez. I think you went from the A gap to off the C gap.
Yeah, it was good. Just kind of using the things I've learned over the week and just realizing like Oregon State kind of shied away to their inside run game and kind of were trying to hit us on the edge. So the ability for me to just use that and just kind of get off the edge, get off my block and just make it down there. And lost a little weight, so it made it a little easier too. So it was fun. That was a fun game, especially in Alton, man. Fans showed out. I think the team showed out. We showed what we could do, and I'm just happy we can all win.
What's different about Washington's run game compared to when you played them earlier in the year?
They kind of shied back to it. I think they're relying on it a lot more. I think they're becoming a more balanced team, but they still can take those deep ball shots. I think Penix does a good job of that, of keeping the defenses honest. But I think they are starting to use that run game. I think those young guys there are finally starting to click. So for them, it's just they're trying to set the tone and show how physical they are. And for us, it's like we're trying to stop them running as sharp as we are. So I think it's going to be interesting this Friday to see how it goes.
How has this team improved since last time you guys have played? You yourself as a team, Oregon.
You talking us as a team, like Oregon?
Yeah.
I think we just show. I think just our DNA traits. We just after that Washington loss, man, that was a rough one. I think that really hit home to a lot of us. That's not the outcome we wanted, and I think we just kind of came in, went to the doctors, and we just were like, it's one or done every week. Like that's how you have to attack every week. And I think that's how we attacked in the shows. And I think the way we practiced was a lot physical. I think that week after too that was a rough week because we were just trying to take each other's heads off. We had a lot of built up anger, but I think just showing how tough and physical we are and how we can just strain. I know Lanny talks a lot about it, but I think he's done a great job and the coach has done a great job of just allowing us to realize that like each day we need to come in here to get better because a lot of teams get worse towards the end of the season, whereas we can use that opportunity to get 1% better every day.
How has that energy kind of shown itself in practice this week?
Oh, it's good. It's just we're all out there. We're like I try to tell the D-line, man, we're lucky to be here. There's not a lot of teams playing this week, so just given the another week of football, especially as a senior, like I think it just means a lot to me, and I think I echo that into the defense and into my room. I'm like, why not today? Like, why not be blessed for where we're at? I know our bodies hurt. Like we all talk about but. It's just one of those things, this thing that comes with football. If you love the game that much, you just kind of have to just come with that mindset of like every day's a work day for me. And I think Landings is still that in us, and I think we're doing a great job, and we're just going on by now.
You talked before the last Washington game about some of the Twitter trash talk you were getting, and just some of their fans throwing that your way. Has it been the same experience this week?
Not really. There's just like small talk, but it's like to me it's like I realize that like there's a lot more to focus on, like the little things are just like kind of cleaning up my stuff. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from Twitter this week. I think my biggest focus is what can I do. That was my big focus, like what can I do, and mine was my prep and how I'm attacking the game, or how my film study looks like. So I just kind of like, all right, let me stay out Twitter for the week, and then we'll have fun on Saturday maybe.
How much does the entirety of these past 2 years, Taki, but especially this series? Like, people joke about the NFL being scripted. I mean, you got to come back last year off an injury against them. You got to go back up there against them, and now you get a championship game against them. I mean, this is, for you, what does this feel like?
I'm just blessed to be an opportunity I'm in today, man, to play that team. The record might not look what it wants to be, but just to get another shot to play a lot of those guys that I knew and I grew up with, but I kind of started college with, I still talk to a lot of those guys. I talked to them this week, and we first thing we did was just talk about where we started as freshmen in college and talking about just our goals in life. And I think now it's just being able to play them and just that one last game as a senior against a rival school that I left. So I'm just excited. I just almost let it all out there, and I kind of echoed that to my guys. We just got to let it all out on Friday.
In reviewing the first game, what are the things the defensive line needs to improve their play to get the right result this time?
I think we need for us, I think our biggest emphasis was just kind of QB lanes and just getting to the QB. And then the biggest one is the ball is an issue. I don't know if you guys hear that, but we always talk about that. And it's just the opportunities we leave of getting strip sacks when QBs are just sitting back there, just kind of, when we're attacking the QB, and sometimes we'll wrap him, but we won't really, go for the ball. And I think that shows the biggest thing we have to kind of echo on, because that's what they're doing in the league right now. They could care less for a sack. They're all attacking the ball. If you notice, a lot of these guys attacking the ball. So for us, it was just we got to attack the ball. We got to put pressure on him, man. Penix is a good quarterback. They have a good offensive line. It's we got to be physical. We got to be a lot more physical. We got to just kind of set the tone early.
on that kind of same note, Jordan Burch was really disruptive the last 2 weeks, especially against a really good Oregon State offensive line. Just what have you seen from him during the second half of the year to kind of take this game to the next level?
The juice he is. I think he started off a little slow. We talked about it, and I think just him being able to just kind of step up and finally like feel a lot comfortable in the defense and just kind of show out and show everyone the ability he has and why he came here. And I think he's just showing out now, and I'm happy for him. Like I think he's been doing a great job setting the edge, getting after QBs, and it shows. And I'm glad he's just eating right now. So
what do you mean by that with him, like juice?
He like it's like a swagger. Like juice for me is like you just play a certain way. You kind of like. You act like in a way, it's like you just kind of act the fool. Like you ever heard of that? Like not act the fool too crazy, but like just kind of like you just out there like like you kind of said that self-talk is high because you've been through your preparations, you've been on top of your preparation. It's just like that's what comes with like that juice. Like game day is like you ran multiple things, situations in your head. You busted your ass all weekend. So it's like you out there like I'm that guy. Like, and I think finally seeing that at him, it's like that's a big old dude to be doing that. Like and he got some juice. So I think. He's just finally clicking. I think he's gonna have a good game this weekend.
Was there a game where you kind of remember it looking like it started to click? Like I know Colorado was kind of just.
Oh yeah, Colorado. I think Colorado and SC too. I think SC too. I think he tackled one of his buddies from SC from. We call it the fake SC. No hate. It's just me. It's a beef between me and Burch and the D-line. We all beef about it. We talk about who's the real SC, but just him tackling this boy, man. I just seen the way he just like attacked it, and to understand that like you guys are boys, but. We're at different schools, we're wearing different clothes, and sometimes I have to do what I got to do. And I think just seeing that, I was like, oh yeah, he's here. I was like, oh, that's the Jordan I've been looking for. So I think just him showing his talent to kind of showing the world what he got is very exciting.
All right, thanks, Taki.